everyone, I hope you're excited because today we're going to be learning about the 5 special senses. We have 5 senses in our body. The senses are important because they allow us to perceive the world in which we live in. Our 5 senses are our sense of sight, our sense of hearing, our sense of smell, our sense of taste, and our sense of touch. The parts of our body that help us use these senses are called sensory organs. Our sensory organs are the eyes for sight, the ears for hearing, the nose for smelling, the tongue for tasting, and the skin for touching. Let's first learn about our sense of taste. Our sense of taste is also known as gustation. The organ used for taste is the tongue. The tongue is covered with little bumps called papillae. There are different types of papillae on the tongue that sense different tastes. Inside the papillae are the taste buds, which sense flavor. The taste buds sense the flavor and send the information about it to the taste wires, also called nerve fibers. The taste wires send the details to the brain. The brain then reads the information and lets us know what we tasted. It is important to brush your teeth at least 2 times a day in order to keep your mouth and tongue clean, so that way it can be ready to taste all your favorite flavors. Now that we've learned about our sense of taste, let's take a look at our sense of sound. Our sense of sound is also known as auditory perception. The sensory organ that helps us hear sound is called the ear. The outer part of the ear that has all the squiggles on it is called the pinna. The pinna helps to collect sound. The ear canal is the tube that is connected to your ear, which we clean with Q-tips. The sound waves travel through the ear canal. This tube ends at the eardrum. The sound waves hit the eardrum and vibrate 3 tiny bones connected to the eardrum. These tiny bones pass vibrations to the cochlea. The cochlea is a spiral-shaped snail shell structure in the inner ear. The cochlea is filled with fluid that move little hair-like structures within it, called stereocilia. The vibrations then send signals to the hearing wires that are connected to the brain. The brain then understands these signals, and we are able to hear sounds. You can protect the ears and the special sense of hearing by making sure the music and TV we listen to is not too loud. When you get really old, or if you're exposed to really loud noises, the little hair cells in the cochlea can get hurt. When the hair cells get hurt, they cannot send the sound signals to the brain. But don't worry, the doctor checks your ears all the time by looking inside them with a special tool called an otoscope. The otoscope is like a mini telescope. With the otoscope, your doctor is able to check if there's anything stuck in your ear, maybe some earwax. To make sure everything works, they also do hearing tests, where you wear special headphones to make sure your ears can hear all the sounds you need to. Now that we've learned about our sense of sound, let's learn about our sense of smell. Our sense of smell is also called olfaction. Our nose is used to help us sense smell. Things that smell, such as flowers, have particles that travel through the air and get sucked up our nose through our nostrils. Nostrils are 2 little holes on our nose. These smell particles then get stuck in our slimy boogers, called mucus. The slimy boogers carry the smell particles to the smell receptors, that are also called olfactory receptors. These smell particles are connected to the olfactory bulb in our brain. The olfactory bulb gets all the information about the smell and sends it to different parts of the brain. Therefore, we can tell what we're smelling. Sometimes, when we are sick, we cannot smell. When we are sick, our nose is full of boogers. When there are too much boogers, the small particles get trapped and are not able to make it to the smell receptors and to the brain. That's why we can't smell anything. Now it's time to take a look at our sense of sight. We've been using our sense of sight this entire time as we watch what happens on the screen. Our sense of sight is made possible because of our eye. The eye is shaped like a ball. Light enters the ball through the cornea, which is the outer covering of the eye. Light then passes through the pupil, which is the black circle within our eye. This black circle is surrounded by a colored part called the iris. The iris comes in many different colors, which is why we have blue, green, and brown eyes. After the light passes through the pupil, it goes through the jelly part of the eye called the vitreous humor. The light is then focused on the retina, which change the light rays into signals which travel through the seeing wires connected to the brain called the optic nerve. Sometimes our eyes get tired of always seeing the world around us, and they need some help to work. Your doctor might check your eyes by having you read things at different distances. If your doctor thinks your eyes may need some fixing, they will give you some glasses to help you see better. Our sense of touch helps us feel hot, cold, and things that hurt us. The skin is what helps us sense touch. The skin has many layers. The outer layer is the epidermis that we can see and feel. Under the epidermis is the dermis. This houses the feeling receptors. There are different types of receptors that help us feel different things. The thermoreceptors help us feel hot and cold. The Meissner's corpus help us sense touch. The nociceptors help us sense pain. The Pacinian corpuscles help us sense pressure. When something makes contact with the skin, the special nerve cells for pain, temperature, touch, or pressure are activated. These special nerve cells make electrical signals. These electrical signals are sent to the brain through the spinal cord. The brain then reads these signals and tells us what type of feeling we felt. The special senses help keep us safe and enjoy the world around us. Because the special senses involve many different parts of the body, it is important to keep our whole body healthy in order to keep our special senses healthy. That means eating healthy foods like fruits and vegetables and exercising by running around with our friends and family. So that way we can all enjoy our special senses together. Thanks for watching!